whole Bible can really be broken down into a beautiful theology of three gardens. So you've got the Garden of Eden in the beginning, right? This place where heaven and earth overlap, where God walks with humanity in the cool of the day, where there's this choice between the tree of life, trusting in God's will and what God says is good, versus the tree of the knowledge of good and evil, where humanity thinks that they can decide what is good and what is not. Obviously, we know which way they choose. Things become broken. Then from there, God sets up a plan to restore that which was lost and to even purify it and make it better. Now we see this reflected in the tabernacle or the temple, which become mini gardens of Eden, where you see like the imagery in the tabernacle or the temple is that of trees and of life. And again, it's like a mini garden of Eden, especially specifically the temple. You see that the imagery of the garden. Then you see the second notion of a tree and of a garden ultimately culminate in the life of Jesus, and specifically in the Paschal Mystery weekend, where Jesus prays to the Father in a garden, the Garden of Gethsemane, and has the same choice that Adam has in a sense. But here he says, Father, not my will, but yours be done. He makes the opposite choice of what Adam chose. Then from there, you see Jesus crucified on what? On a cross made of wood or a tree that ultimately leads to life, right? And so you see kind of the second tree, the second garden. You see Jesus laid to rest, laid down after his crucifixion, after his death, and then rises from the dead. And the first person who sees him, Mary Magdalene, believes that he's the gardener. There's this notion of gardens and new creation. It's really powerful. Then from there, the project of the church is to participate in this work that God has given us empowered by, and guided by the Holy Spirit, to participate with God as he consummates new creation and this full reunification of heaven and earth, right? And that is the ultimate project then. And then one day we will be in the new heavens and the new earth, where God walks again with humanity in the cool of the day. And this third garden is present, where the tree of life is in the midst of his people. And then on that journey, we are actually given foretastes of that reality, where it comes to us in the present, comes from the past to the present and from the future to the present. And we participate in the tree of life in the Holy Eucharist, or in the Mass, where we participate in Jesus's substantial body and blood, our manna for our heavenly food along this journey. So there you have it. There's the beautiful theology of the three gardens: the Garden of Eden, the Garden of the Cross, Gethsemane, the cross, and then the resurrection, and then the final garden to come, where God will restore all things in a beautiful way. He restores the Garden of Eden, yet it's even better